Just a few weeks after a mysterious FBI raid, it looks like some top executives might be ready to give up more info on Joe Biden's brother, James Biden. Very interesting, these executives are suddenly willing to flip on Biden, even telling some mainstream outlets like Politico about his sketchy business dealings. I wonder how widely this will be reported throughout the rest of the mainstream media, or if they will continue to try to cover this up. At least a few other outlets are reporting on this today, citing that Politico article, Washington Examiner, talking about the claims from these former executives saying that Biden's brother used his political clout to win a high-dollar loan from the bankrupt healthcare provider. This new Politico article from today, March 9th, gives the latest updates after the FBI raided the healthcare business linked to Joe Biden's brother in late January, seizing boxes of documents. Of course, at the same time, other members of the Biden family have been under scrutiny as well, still following the new Homeland Security Committee probe into Hunter Biden's Burisma ties. In this new article, Politico adds that in the weeks since the raid, two small medical firms that did business with James Biden have claimed in civil court proceedings to have obtained evidence that he may have fraudulently transferred funds from Americore, quote, outside of the ordinary course of business, and a former Americore executive has told Politico that James Biden had more than $500,000 transferred to him from the firm as a personal loan that has not yet been repaid. Recent filings in ongoing legal proceedings, along with new accounts provided to Politico by former executives of Americore and others, point to potential pitfalls for the former vice president, painting the fullest picture to date of James Biden's healthcare dealings and the ways in which they allegedly related to his older brother. In 2017 and 2018, James Biden was embarking on a foray into healthcare investing, telling potential partners, including at Americore, that his last name could open doors and that Joe Biden was excited about the public policy implications of their business models. Tom Pritchard, a former executive familiar with Americore's finances, told Politico that James Biden's arrival exacerbated Americore's financial problems, holding out the promise of a large investment from the Middle East based on his political connections. James Biden introduced Americore's founder to his older brother, Joe Biden, and helped land a bridge loan to Americore from a hedge fund. But then, Pritchard said, James Biden received a six-figure personal loan from Americore while encouraging the firm to take on greater financial liabilities. The cash infusion from the Middle East never arrived, and Pritchard says James Biden has not paid back the loan, the terms of which are unknown. Quote, "It was all smoke and mirrors," Pritchard said. Pritchard added, quote, "He could get us in front of the unions, he could get us in front of certain people in government, he could get us in front of the right people." Meanwhile, Americore found itself increasingly hamstrung by high-interest loans and unable to pay employees and vendors, a situation that disrupted the operations of the rural hospitals it owns. Now the business is in bankruptcy court, and federal authorities are circling. James Biden's attorney declined to comment. A Biden campaign official said that Joe Biden never discussed Americore with his brother or expressed support for the business. The official said that Americore's founder, Grant White, purchased a ticket to a September 2017 fundraiser for the Beau Biden Foundation, an event attended by Joe Biden. Quote, if the two interacted in any way, it would have been a handshake and nothing more, the official said. It's a photograph we shared previously of an Americore business card that James Biden reportedly handed out, listing him as principal in the company. After providing those newer quotes we just looked at from the former Americore executives, the same Politico article gives more context on how even before the development surrounding Americore, James Biden's venture into healthcare investing had been surrounded by legal allegations and claims that he invoked his brother's clout. Last year, two medical services firms jointly sued James Biden and his business partners in federal court in Tennessee, alleging James and his partners promised to provide a large investment from the Middle East, then pushed the firms to make expensive acquisitions as part of a scheme to drive them out of the business and steal their business models. As previously reported, those firms alleged that Biden cited his family's political connections and promised his older brother would promote their healthcare model as part of his 2020 presidential campaign. A separate article from Real Clear Investigations expands on some of these other connections, adding how the raids were not the first time that the FBI had investigated matters related to Americore. It got involved last August, just after the lawsuit against Joe Biden's brother, James Biden, was filed by Michael Frey. Frey received an envelope at his home containing a thinly veiled threat. Quote, inside the envelope was what appeared to be blood-stained currency from a Middle Eastern country. Media outlets at the time said that they did not name the country at the request of federal authorities. Those threats against Michael Frey last summer are especially interesting given some of the more recent developments. Greek law enforcement currently looking into an alleged poisoning of the ex-prosecutor general of Ukraine, who was looking into Joe Biden's son Hunter Biden. Shokin himself has said that he believes he may have been targeted by Biden. And we recently discussed how the Secret Service is currently looking into a theft of a computer containing notes on Ukraine and former Vice President Joe Biden and other sensitive information. Computer owned by journalist John Solomon. The Secret Service says that the matter appears suspicious. Break-ins are relatively rare in the high-security area where the crime occurred, just outside the White House perimeter, and a sophisticated device appears to have been used to get into the vehicle. Pretty remarkable just how many of these people going up against the Bidens are now being targeted in this way. One final related update with the new Homeland Security Committee investigation into Hunter Biden. A few days ago, it looked like Mitt Romney was going to try protecting the Bidens by blocking an upcoming subpoena. Now, after Mitt Romney was heavily criticized for trying to block the investigation, Romney has finally agreed to vote in favor of the probe. Republicans have a slim majority on the Homeland Security Committee, with Romney's vote now assuring that the Biden probe will go ahead. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think about this new update. If you could give this video a thumbs up, click the like button, that's greatly appreciated, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Down in the video description are links to my Patreon or PayPal accounts where you can support this channel directly, patreon.com/realityreader or paypal.me/realityreader. Thanks again everybody that has been sharing these videos and sharing the channel with others to help get the information out there. I'll follow up soon. Thank you.